Hello everyone and welcome back to WhiskyWars. Today I'm going to tell you the 3 American whiskies that I really recommend that you do not buy. Starting off with perhaps one that you was already thinking I was going to say, and you'd be quite right, Jack Daniels. For me, this whiskey was overpriced. Really was. I think it was around £25, which is extortionate for the quality that you're getting in my opinion. The Buffalo Trace here, I would point you all, if you want a cheap bourbon that's much better than the Jack Daniels, go for the Buffalo Trace. This is £17 in the UK, £17 compared to £25, and you're getting a much better whiskey for your money. So please do not buy Jack Daniels. Even though it's a hype beast, even though it's super popular, it's definitely not one that I would recommend. And number 3 might surprise you, but number 2 probably won't either. And this is going to follow a similar vein to the Jack Daniels, and that is Jim Beam. This one is the black version. I did not like this one. I think it was better than the Jack Daniels, to be honest with you, the Jim Beam. And it was actually a little bit cheaper. It was around £22, but it's still not as cheap as the Buffalo Trace. And for me, for my money, it's just not as good. For the same money, you can get the Bullet Bourbon and you can get the Woodford Bourbon. And for me, they're both really good whiskies, but for the money, you can't really beat the Buffalo Trace in the UK. Now, for number 3. This is actually, technically it should be number 1 in this video, because it's the worst American whiskey of all the ones that I have here. And this is... Now, I don't want to go too hard on the distillery because I know they have a couple that I actually really want to try in the future. They sound great, but this one is disastrous. It's terrible. I do not recommend when you get 3, and by no means do I think this is probably a third. It's probably the first. This is the whiskey that I really don't recommend you get out of all of them. I'd take the Jack Daniels over this, and I really mean that. And I don't want to bash too hard on the company because they have, I think it's the 1820 and 1920 that I really want. They look really interesting and really nice. But this one, oh my god, it's bad. It's really bad. This is the Old Forester, bottled at 43%. This whiskey I thought was offensively bad, to be honest with you. It just tasted of like neutral spirit. It was really bad. Didn't like it. I tried using it as a mixer, couldn't really use it as a mixer, and I've really been forcing it down for a while just to get it used up. It's really bad. So, nice short video. Don't want to waste your time. Just want to inform you on some whiskies not to get. So, number 1, the number 1 most do not get is going to be the Old Forester. Terrible whiskey. Then we have the Jack Daniels, and then we have the Jim Beam, which on its own, to be honest, it's not the most terrible whiskey. It's just that there's actually better for the money. And this is the unsung hero, Buffalo Trace. It depends what the price is in your market, but for £17–18 in the UK, it's always a firm favourite. So I hope you liked the video. I hope it helped. If you agree with any of these or you disagree with any of these, please let me know in the comments, and please drop a comment if you can think of another whiskey that's actually worse than these 3 in America. I'd really like to know. The one that I really want to try is going to be the Angel's Envy, but this is about whiskies to avoid, so please let me know which ones you really don't like. Thanks for watching, and please, could everyone please click the subscribe button down below. It would really mean a lot to me and to the channel. It really helps it grow. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you all for the next Whiskey War.